Okay, so it is important to know your child's moon sign because the moon is almost a little bit more, in some ways, important to the development of their emotional well being than their sun sign. Their sun sign is important because that is more so personality, it is outward expression, it is helping them navigate their personality through life, right? It is, responding to how they, share their identity, who they are, responding to their traits, right? So the sun sign being more of these traits. But the moon is inward. As you know, the moon is relegated to our emotions, and not just emotions for the sake of emotions, because there's some signs that aren't really emotional, but we all have emotions. So it's like the moon's, how do they process emotions? What makes is a sun sign that is more mellow overreact sometimes, right? Well, that's the moon sign. So where's their moon? So if you have a person who is usually pretty stable and practical and level-headed, but they just explode, we got to look at where their moon sign is to see like how we can help them navigate that. So that's why it's important to know your child's moon sign. So if you don't know your child's moon sign, pause this, click on the link below, plug in their information. You should have their birth time if they're your child. If not, some newer birth certificates do have the times on there. I know my children's birth times are on their birth certificates, but I know like other like older generations, they didn't put them on there. So sometimes you have to look at records, like other records, to see that your birth time. So pause it, look up your child's moon sign so you can see if your child is in this video, the next video. This video, I'm going to try to do Aries through, actually I might just do all of them at once. I don't know, I haven't thought about it. But it is important for you to know the child's moon sign to understand this video. But if you don't know it right now, you can click on the playlist. So I do have the sun signs for all the children, so you can take a look at that. All right, so the moon sign is important for many reasons, right? So not only is it going to tell you what inspires them, what drives them, their motivation, how they will respond to things, it also tells you about how you need to help them develop. And so the moon sign is often linked to the mother figure. I know that people have different family dynamics, but the mother, because the moon is related to mother, nurturing, fertility, feminine, all those different things. We all have a moon sign regardless of whether we're feminine or not. And so the moon sign is typically related to mother and your relationship with your mother, and how you, how you were, raised, nurtured, supported, things like that. And again, like I said, you can also look at this as mother figures or the guardian, whoever basically nurtured you or, raised you. And so the experience is going to be based on that, right? So a lot of times the moon sign isn't just about us individually. It also can sometimes be related to how we experienced how we were raised. What is our experience with our parent, right? And so I personally don't follow some astrologers say your moon sign means your mother was like this. No, in my experience in doing charts and my own and things like that, the moon sign to me is more so your experience with your parent, with your mother, your experience. Okay, what was it like for you? So for me, for instance, I'm a Virgo, but I'm a moon in Sagittarius, and so when you think of what Sagittarius is linked to, it's linked to teacher, philosophy, morals, religion, higher learning, truth, intellect, also like this can sometimes a little bit of Sagittarius energy, like indignant, kind of overbearing about their opinion. But how it related to me is I definitely can say my mom was my first teacher, because she really tried to teach me a lot of life lessons. And so I do look to my mom and think about like wisdom, and I do think she also encouraged me to follow what interested me. So whereas the Sagittarius sun is more about experiences, right? The moon in Sagittarius can be more about the mental or the inner experience of exploration, right? And so I like to explore a lot in my mind, and I got inspired about reading books and things like that. And so my mom encouraged that. Whatever I was interested in, she allowed me to be open and to explore those things, and she didn't stifle me. Sagittarius and especially Aquarius moons, even Gemini moon, they don't need stifling. You don't want to stifle those moon signs, because they're going to feel, some of them can act out if they feel like they're not given freedom, right? And so I'm not going to say I didn't have rules and expectations. I definitely did. My mom's always aware of what I was doing. But like when it came to doing things, you know, I was never told no. You know, when I went to a trip and this program, I don't know, in high school, I went to, like, my mom let me go. My mom didn't, I moved, when I went to college, I went like an hour and a half away. She was fine with that. You know, I moved, obviously, from my home state. She, you know what I mean? Like, she always supported my decisions. And I think that is the connection for me personally with the moon in Sagittarius. My mom, now again, my siblings' experience can be different because they have a different moon sign. And so they're going to view her in a different way than I might view her. And your children might view you in a different way than they view from each other based on their experience. So that's why the moon sign is important to know.